first one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Are y'all not entertained? Are y'all not entertained? That's my question. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained, or is this more of the same? Just curious. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's see what we got in the building. Eric H, Ratchet since 91, G McCall, Son of Tank, Todd Swindle, Mind of Mansa Musa, my brother, 704 Joe, Rick Blackwell, the Sensei, Stormy B-Man, John Pounds, Bob, Taiwa, Eric Jordan, Dante Russell, Robert Singleton, Detroit, BC, Big Texas in the building, Sam Mack, what's good, brother? Eric Jordan in that super chat early, lightweight, salute to you, good brother. Salute, good brother, much love and appreciation, man, always supporting. Kevin Dunbar, Mo G, Jeff Spark, ES, Tony G, Mr. Ishmael, Rod Neal in the building. Smash the like button, y'all. We live in an era now where asking these fighters to do what they chose to do with their lives. When we say, hey, man, you know, you're doing great. What about that? My brother Kano Loco in the building, man. Snoopy in the building, salute. Damn, you know, Kano, I don't think you ever been on my panel, God damn it. I gotta get Kano Loco on my panel, man. Especially on this conversation, because there was some decent movement over the weekend. And D-Man, salute. And I always watch my brother Kano's material. Jose, what's good? Kano got a good ear to the ground. Yeah, I'll holler at you. We'll talk behind the scenes. We'll get something going. I definitely gotta, get you on here, and I gotta come to your chat also. I gotta come to your panel also. You know what I mean? We gotta spread all the love. Spread the love. Steve and Elder Max, salute. So there was a lot of movement with one event. I saw Edgar Berlanga fought last night. And not last night, he fought Saturday. And I gave my input on it. He did well, man. He did well. That was a tough Irish kid he fought. And he handed him his first L. Eddie Hearn did his thing. He went to the Liam Calum factory and yanked one out that was undefeated. And Edgar was very, he was patient. He did get a little frustrated. You know, I saw him throw a Muay Thai elbow in there. But here's the thing. It's boxing, but it's also a fight. And if the fighter's complaining to the ref and the fighter feels that the ref is not doing enough, then you have to do what you got to do to protect yourself at all times. You know what I mean? Shade Girl, salute. My brother Cali in the building, salute. Yeah, Cali. Yeah, we're gonna address all of that, man. First of all, at this point, Canelo doesn't have supporters. Canelo has a bunch of fanatics that just love his skin and red hair at this point. They love him like how, all right, who's my age? When I was growing up, there were magazines called Word Up and Right On. This was before the Source magazine, y'all. This is decades before the Source magazine. I'm talking about the 80s. I'm talking about like when I was in junior high school. And girls would buy these magazines. My classmates, the little girls in class with me, they had Word Up and Right On magazine. And there was no internet in the 80s, y'all. So a lot of y'all wouldn't know how to survive back then. Ratchet, what up? Rick Blackwell, salute. And these girls, I remember all my classmates, they would buy these magazines and they would have full pictures of the hottest rapper at the time, whether it be LL Cool J, Heavy D, Big Daddy Kane. Al B. Shaw was popping. The light-skinned Negro was popping back in the 80s. So yeah, Al B. Shaw, and they had big pictures of them. Some of them were fold-out pictures, and they would, at lunchtime, they get the magazine, and they'd be passing out and stuff. And New Edition was popping. I know Connell, and we're gonna get to it, bro. We're gonna get to it. And those are Canelo fans to me. I don't know how in the world, there's a lot of fans, but right now we're talking about Canelo. I don't know how in the world you root for a boxer and you justify him not doing his job. This is what he chose to do. And when you have contemporaries right there, not even in a weight class above you or below you, you have contemporaries right there. The man is undisputed. He has 4 belts, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 belts, which means he has 4 responsibilities. And he's not doing it. And it's enabled and justified by his fanatical fans. There is no reason in the world that this man is not fighting David Benavidez. You cannot make that make sense. And what the brother Cali Enigma said, you see, what that fan told him, that guy, when Canelo fights, his heart races, he breaks out in sweat beads, and he grabs Vaseline and rubs it all over his chest and tugs on his nipple rings as hard as he can and says, "Ay, Canelo. Ay, Canelo." I literally have a video where Canelo was on the stage or something, and some dude was yelling at him in Spanish, and I said, "What is he saying?" You know what the translation was? Canelo, impregnate my wife, or something to that effect. I have the video somewhere. I said, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah." The dude is asking Canelo to impregnate his wife. Knock up my wife. And Canelo looked and laughed, and yeah, you don't even play like that. You don't even play. I don't give a listen, man. Don't put jokes like that on an entire culture. Don't do that. That was gay. You want to be a cuckold for Canelo? Why? Why? But it makes sense because those are his fans. You can't be my age or older and say I fucks with Cesar Chavez and, you know, Mexican pride or whatever they bang their chest about, and then be a hardcore supporter of Canelo. It doesn't make sense. And I'm saying all of this without saying that Canelo can't fight, because that'd be hating. Canelo can fight. But I wonder, what the hell was this about? What is this about with David Benavidez? What is that? Is there any amount of money that'll get you into the ring with that man? It's gotten so bad that David said, you know, F it, I'm just going to go ahead to 175. Because what Canelo wants him to do is stick around 168 and clean up all of his dirty work. Does any of this sound familiar? In live action, in real time. Bro. When did we become the villains asking the best to fight the best? When did this happen? Brian H., good morning, counselor. When did this happen? When did my sport take this turn? What is this? You know, I don't identify with any of this. That's why I don't MJ Total Health and Wellness, what up? I don't entertain. Yeah, Snoopy, you remember that, right? That was crazy. I don't entertain certain, well, I don't entertain a lot of shit, but you know, you can read comment sections. Picasso, what's good, brother? And you can tell what type of, I don't even want to say supporter, because there's a difference between supporter and a fan. You can tell what kind of people are trying to engage with you. Several things you can do. Before you speak to somebody, first thing I'll advise you to do is check their track record. You can click on their name and see when they made their page. If they made their page like a week ago, don't even bother. Don't even bother. It's a ghost account. You know, weirdos make pages just to talk to me. That's cuckoo. That's crazy in itself. I don't know why, if I don't want to talk to you, why you're fascinated with me. That's stalker S. Go climb on top of your wife. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gay. All right. But you can now look at the person commenting to you. You can now check their track record and see what else they've commented on. Did you know that? Yeah. You can find out about them in 2 seconds. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, it's not worth the headache. Listen, this shit has gotten easier. Blocksville. You can ignore these foolish mortals. It's foolish. It is foolish. Mo G in that super chat, salute to you, says, I got Ortiz, KO, and Anderson if it happens next. Yeah, we'll get to all of that, bro. We'll get to all of that. But y'all see this? Y'all see this? Now let me get to this. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay. The deal is this here, man. Edgar Berlanga, you know, and like Kano said in this video, when you do something wrong, you hold them accountable. But when you do something right, you talk about it. Case in point, Edgar Berlanga was so frustrated against, I forgot the fella he fought, but he fucking bit him. He bit him on the neck. And that's when I made the video calling him Berlangular, because that was crazy. I haven't seen anything that blatant since Andrew Galata. Y'all remember when Andrew Galata bit homie on the neck? He just, and just bit him. I was like, oh shit. It was, Stay Dangerous, what up? It was crazy. And Berlanga did that. And I said, come on, bro. You know, the guy was giving him some headache, so you bite him. And I don't like That's the signs of a mentally weak person. You know, I didn't like that. But you know, he's still young, and they hit him for that. They took his purse, I think. They did something. They took some bread from him for that, and I'm like, why would you do that, bro? But this past Saturday night, he's fighting a tough kid, and was that dude's name McCrory? He was huge, man. He must have rehydrated. That dude looked like he was about maybe 180, 190 pounds on Saturday night. I said, ugh. And first round, I gave him the first round. He was trying to walk down Edgar Berlanga. I said, okay, he's gonna have to fight. The dude ain't come to lay down, but Edgar boxed. Edgar moved. He worked the jab. And once he hurt him, it was an educated level of pressure that he put on him, McCrory. And he got him out of there. And I said, this was good. This was good work. This was really good work. It was a clean knockout. You know, there was a little elbow in there. You know, I was like, please don't do that. And he didn't do it. And the rest of the fight was clean, and he got him out of there. And he looked good. And of course, he's now in the Canelo sweepstakes. So it's Berlanga and Jamal Charlo. No mention of David Benavidez. No mention of David Morrell. No mention of Christian Mbili. Nazi Salute. Scully, the other Cuban fella, no mention of him. But meanwhile, Canelo told you that he wants to stick around for another 5 years. I'll say it again. Meanwhile, Canelo told you that he wants to stick around for another 5 years. That's what he said. Big Cup of Joe, what up? That's what he said. So if you're going to stick around for 5 years, are any of the names I mentioned on the menu? Or are you going to keep pulling up people for 154, 160? You know, Canelo has become a living and walking contradiction. Are you going to fight Triple G a third time? No, that chapter's closed. You go back to 175 because he beat Kovalev. Remember that? I'm going to go back to 175 and fight who? You're going to fight Beterbiev? You're going to fight Beterbiev? I text John Scully. I said, are y'all getting Canelo? Yo, look. They were in contact with Canelo's camp. No response. He goes to 175 to fight Bivol. Because Bivol didn't look too good in the fight prior. He said, yo, let me go grab that belt real quick. Let me go pad my legacy. And went up in there and got his face boxed in. And I text John Scully when they gave Bivol the win. Because I was nervous. I said, Bivol clearly won this fight. Are they going to rob him? No. Gave him the win. I text John and I said, man, now you see why he didn't go up there and fucks with General Zod. He said, son, I forgot what he said, but he said, obviously. He said, yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point. Because Arthur would have killed Canelo. You know, Canelo will not survive. Canelo will not survive, okay? And the Canelo fans, if you disagree, tell them to go get that smoke. He's this hot commodity. He's not doing anything. And yes, the standard for Canelo is very high. You know why? He's an undisputed champion, is he not? Okay, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Benavidez is trying to wear the crown. Is David Benavidez ducking smoke? Okay. All right, LB. Okay. Whatever he decides to do. But whatever he decides to do, the Canelo fanatics are cool with it. In the Canelo fanatics' mind, this man is unbeatable. The reality is he has 4 responsibilities and he's in shark-infested water. He wants to stick around 5 years, but the brother's UK in a building. Salute to you. He wants to stick around another 5 years. 5 years of what? What is he doing? What is the PVC doing? We got 35 million for you to fight this guy, for you to fight Jaime Munguia. I don't fight Mexicans. All right, we got 60 million for you to fight David Benavidez. ¿Qué? Nigga, we speak Spanish too. What? That was in Russian. Nani? That's in Japanese. Derek Gaines, the legend, salute. So what are we talking about here? This guy's not fighting his contemporaries. The messenger, what up? He's not fighting his contemporaries. So why don't you just remove that stupid fucking crown off your head that you put on your head every now and again? Take it off and physically walk up to David Benavidez and put it on his head, pat him on the shoulder, take those goddamn belts. Well, take off the WBC one in particular. All right? Take it off. Give it to David Benavidez. Bow to him. Ask Drake, what up? Mr. Shelton, what up? Ask Mauricio Silly Man to invent another franchise status for you at 168 this time. Give you that and just crown David before he goes to 175 and handles his business like a man. Main event Mark, my brother, handles his business like a man. Like a man. Canelo has been playing politics for the last decade, y'all. After Bivol whooped his ass, because that's what happened. He got his ass whooped. Am I lying? Bivol whooped his ass. He went back down to 168 and fought Golovkin a third time, a fight that he said he was done with. And then had the nerve to bring Golovkin up to 168. Y'all forgot that Golovkin was a middleweight? Y'all forgot? Mitchell Show, what's good? Y'all forgot he was really a 160 pounder? Y'all forgot that? And by then, the thrill was gone. Want me to get deeper? Let's get deeper. What's the cloud over the Golovkin matchup? We don't know if he was clean or not. Didn't he pop dirty? And was suspended for it? And didn't Mauricio Silly Man allow the usable levels, the allowable levels of clenbuterol in his system? Didn't they alter the rules for Canelo? And you wonder why we got a problem with the fucking WBC. I don't see them doing anything like that for a black fighter. But Drew, they never stripped Jamal Charlo, Acondo, my brother. They never stripped Jamal Charlo. No. You know why? They're reserving that loss. They're reserving that loss for Canelo. They're reserving it. That was the play the whole time. That was the play the whole time. When it came time for Jamal to fight Canelo, what happened? They invented a franchise status. And I said, all right, well, what is that? Well, he showed us in seconds. I said, all right, we got Jamal Charlo versus Canelo. Great fight. Franchise, what's that? What does that mean? Oh, okay, they're giving it to him. He can. Oh, so Canelo can now go up and down and weight, and he never loses that. That's privilege. Okay, all right, but Jamal Charlo, what do you mean? What do you mean? Wait a minute, you can't have both. So why would he take the franchise status and dump the regular belt? He dumped the regular belt. And bust this. Nobody called Jamal Charlo an email champion. That term was not invented back then. Said, what up? And we're screaming at the top of our lungs from the highest mountain, like, what is this? And Canelo fans, what did y'all do? Jamal Charlo did nothing to fight Canelo. What did Jamal Charlo do? He don't deserve Canelo. Abney Yildirim, much? You see? One name destroys any argument when you start talking about who did what to deserve who. Abney Yildirim. See? Anthony, what up? See how that works? See? Abney Yildirim. Shut up. Shut up. And plus, you're a franchise champion, right? That means you can do whatever you want. And what did he do? Let's pull up Canelo's record real quick. Let's go to his good old box rec. I ain't got to make it up. I'm going to go all the way down. I'm going to start right here. After Miguel Cotto in 2015, that was a real fight. He fights Amir Khan. Now let me stop right there. Did anybody, Trey Will, my brother, salute. Did anybody ask for Amir Khan? I didn't ask for that. That fight ended exactly. Buddha, what up? That fight ended exactly how I said it was going to end. I don't care how good he looked at it. Man. One of my boys said, yo, man, he was looking like Floyd in there for a second. He was winning. I said, look, lateral movement always gives Canelo problems. But the problem with Amir Khan is he throws too many punches on the inside, and he don't know how to get out of his own way. And he baited him, and he eventually slept him. I thought he killed him. And he was not looking like Floyd. Floyd didn't get touched. Floyd fought in the pocket. And Floyd don't leave his chin in the air like that. Man, get out of here, man. But, you know, again, I'm talking to people that ain't no boxing. That fight ended exactly how everyone knew it would. Nobody asked for Amir Khan. I was like, why is he doing that? Okay, I'll give him one. And then here we go. Liam Smith. Y'all asked for that? Then he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Did y'all ask for that? Now, mind you, the whole time, right? These years, 2016, 2017, right? Y'all do know both Charlos were around back then, right? Y'all do know Bubu Andre was there, right? Okay, I'm just asking. I'm not asking. I'm just letting y'all know. Then, okay, we look forward to the Golovkin fight. Now, mind you, y'all, I ain't asked for those fights, but I was a Canelo supporter back in 2017, 2016, 2015. I was a Canelo supporter for a couple of reasons. One, I liked his style of fight. I thought he learned from the best. His best win in his career was his loss to Floyd Mayweather, and I said he learned from that. All right, and I didn't like the pedestal that the industry was putting Gennady Golovkin on. I didn't like it. They was saying he was the next Marvin Hagler, and he might be the greatest heavyweight to ever walk the planet. Now, mind you, HBO was also around back then, so you know how they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. It's not true. And why y'all going back to Marvin Hagler? Why y'all acting like Bernard Hopkins reign at middleweight didn't exist. What are you talking about, y'all? And this was HBO with their European agenda. So I said, you know what? This dude got to be stopped. And Canelo's that guy. And when it came time for him to fight Golovkin, what did he do? Did he not dump the WBC strap? Did he not do that? PGH, what up? Had me on Facebook looking stupid. Had me and Xavier on Facebook looking stupid. Yo, why he dumped the belt though? Why he dumped the belt? Why he dumped the... I couldn't answer that. Because you know why? That'd just be silly. When it came time for him to fight Gennady Golovkin, he dumped the fucking belt, y'all. Y'all forgot about that? And I'm like, fuck. Now, there were people in there trying to fuss with that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm like, look, maybe it's business or whatever. But I was saying back then, I understand business, but I don't like it because this looks crazy. He was supposed to fight him, man. I ain't got no smoke for y'all. I'm not gonna stand there and fuss. I'm not gonna. No. Make these fights now. He dumped the belt. Y'all forgot about that? You see, this is why we're here. We're gonna remind you. And this was when I was a Canelo supporter. And then when he finally decided to fight Gennady Golovkin, they went on a press tour. They show up at the Hulu Theater. Me and my brother Thomas went. And I have a picture, I should have loaded it, of me holding up a big old Mexican flag. I went up to a group of Mexicans. I said, yo, come here. Give me that flag. And I held it up. I have a video when Canelo came on, what was that? 34, 50, I think the limo pulled up on 36th Street or something. And I looked, and he comes out the limo. I said, oh, look, there you go. Canelo, this big. Well, to me. He walked past me and said, oh, I have the video. I got to find all of this stuff. It's on my other hard drive. I have the video. He walked right past me. This big. He's like, this big. Oh, okay. There you go. He's so cute. I'm gonna pat him on the head. Got on like a gray suit, whatever. So then we walked around and went in, and I'm waving the American flag. I mean the Mexican flag, and it was a calm. People got loud, and but there was no beef. There was a few Gennady Golovkin fans in there, but they were doing some soccer chant in there. The Mexicans, they were live with it. Yeah, Joe, he's tiny. Well, to me, he is. I was like, all right. But I was fucking with Canelo. So they finally fought, and they fought to a draw. And it I went to Facebook that night, and people were trying to give it to me. I said, look, I'm not the judge. You want to say it was a draw, say it was a draw. But I count clean and effective punch or whatever. I said, fuck it, Canelo won. I rate defense, ring generalship. See, a lot of people, that's another thing. A lot of people that you fuss with, they don't know how to score a fight. They don't understand the criteria, which is why they had Lomachenko winning the drama of the fight against Devin Haney. I said, how the fuck he won? Devin ain't break his ribs with one punch. There was a lot of body shots that Loma ate. He went to the hospital for broken ribs and was lumped up and was crying. Devin went and partied. Asked BFTB. Devin's ribs wasn't broken. It's something called ring generalship. The cleanest round that Loma won in that fight was like round 10. That was an all Loma round. Outside of that, when I rewatched the fight, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. See, sometimes you guys, and let me just stop there for a second. Sometimes you guys, y'all are in love with a fighter, or you hate a fighter so much that you anticipate the opponent to do something. So you're not paying attention to the work that the opponent is doing. It's a problem with all your favorite fighters. It was a problem with Mike Tyson. You was looking for a knockout, looking for a knockout, looking for a knockout. And by the time you get to round 10, I mean, I'm sorry, what was it? I forgot, round 12? I forgot how many rounds when he fought Quick Tillis. He outworked Quick Tillis, but there was no KO. He was like, oh, man, that fight sucked. Why did it suck? Well, Tillis ran all day. No, he did not. No, he didn't. He boxed. The fight didn't suck. What are you talking about? Oh, shit. How long you been watching boxing? Since Mike Tyson? Okay. Okay. All right. So you don't know shit. They put in a clinch counter specifically for Devin Haney. Watch this. Go watch Ali versus Frazier 3. Ali versus, why am I having a brain fart right now? Give me a second. I want to get this right. Because there's fights in particular that I want y'all to go look at. Okay, I want you to watch the third Frazier fight, and I want you to watch Ron Lyle. Sylvester, what up? Ali was clinching so bad, he literally would grab you behind your neck and pull you towards him. There was no clinch counter there. And he's the GOAT. Young Abel, what up? You guys fall in love with either the fighter that you like, that you don't monitor the work of the opponent, Skinny, what up? Or you disregard what's happening in the ring. You don't even know how to watch what's happening. You be like, yo, they're standing in front of each other. They're not throwing no punches. Do you know what's even happening in there? They're thinking, if I do this, he's gonna do this. That's what the feints are for. You ever saw a fighter feint and the opponent goes like this? You saw his hand go up? He was looking to counter, stupid. Trick Nolte in the building, salute. Y'all don't even know what y'all looking at. I'll give you a prime example. Hen Dog, what up? Do y'all remember in UFC, Rashad Evans versus Chuck Liddell? Y'all remember that? I'm not gonna play the clip here because UFC is real anal about their stuff. But when y'all get a minute, watch the knockout. And I need you to listen to Joe Rogan. I need you to listen to Joe Rogan. Chuck Liddell versus Rashad Evans. Listen to Joe Rogan at the point of the knockout. I've played it here before. And YouTube made me clip it. It was like a 2-second clip. They made me clip it. Carter face still a salute. Rashad slept Chuck Liddell horribly. But if you listen to Joe Rogan, he says, big uppercut. You know why? Chuck Liddell was the one that threw the uppercut. Rashad threw the overhand right and slept him. Bad. But you hear Joe Rogan say big uppercut. Why? He was watching Chuck. He wasn't watching what Rashad was doing. Big uppercut. Oh! Because he threw the uppercut at the same time Rashad threw the overhand right. And Rashad landed first. Listen to it. And I said, this motherfucker was watching You know what he was looking for. He was looking for Chuck Liddell to score another outstanding knockout, which is what he's done a dozen times in the UFC. Chuck Liddell was a powerful guy. Chuck Liddell was strong. He had an awkward fighting style, but if he touched you, it was lights out. He was strong. But when I watched that and I'm listening to, I saw that live and I said, huh? Big uppercut. I said, why didn't you say big right hand? He was watching Chuck. He wasn't watching Rashad. Healer, what up? Main biker in the building. Go watch that and listen. He says, big, man, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going to play it. And I'm making an example. Hold on. Yep. There it is. I'm just going to play it. I'm going to play it from the knockout. They're going to make me remove it. But I need you to listen to Joe Rogan. I need you to listen, y'all. Listen to Joe Rogan, y'all. Listen to him. Listen to him. You heard that? Big uppercut. Right. Who threw the uppercut, y'all? Who was throwing the uppercut? Exactly. What was Joe watching, y'all? What was Joe watching? Who was Joe watching? You see what I mean? That's a lot of fans. You're in there, ooh, what is Canelo gonna do? Ooh, what is Manny Pacquiao gonna do? Ooh. Or, man, fuck Floyd, man. He gonna get caught. Oh, no, that body shot landed. That landed. Oh. I thought his defense was good. Oh, no, that one landed. You miss every jab to the body. You miss every counter. And by the time it gets to 12, you're like, nah, I think Floyd lost. What fight was you watching? You was counting the 7 to 8 shots that landed all fight long, and you missed the fucking 104 shots that rocked the opponent's head back. What fight was you watching? You fall in love with the drama of the fight. So a lot of these people, Jay, what up? They don't know how to score a fight. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. And they're rooting against guys like Devin, guys like Floyd, guys like Deontay Wilder. They're rooting against them so bad, they just disregard all the work. I get it. Big uppercut. I was like, huh? I saw a right hand that put him to sleep. But he said it out loud because he was anticipating something. Edgar, what up? He's anticipating something to happen. Rashad landed first and put him out. Oh yeah, Stormy, absolutely. You heard it. That's the best example. That right there. Big uppercut. I'm like, did he not just see what the fuck just happened? He was anticipating something special. And something special did happen. It just wasn't what he wanted. That's why I tell people, when you go back and watch the Devin Haney fight versus Lomachenko, it's not even close. It's not even close. Loma got washed. He did give Devin some, because Lomachenko can fight. He gave Devin some problems, but Devin won the fight. And now they want to add clinch counters, as if we didn't go through a whole era of Vladimir Klitschko. As like we didn't watch John Ruiz, the quiet man. Jab, straight, clinch. Jab, straight, clinch. Rub my beard on your face. Jab, straight, clinch. Jab, straight, clinch. 500 clinches with him. I was annoyed with that dude. Like, yo, come on, bro. And he could fight, but his style was annoying to watch. It was annoying. No clinch counter. Devin beats Loma, clinch counter. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Jamal, what up? Oh, yeah. Jim Lampley was good for that. Hard right hand by Manny. Roy Jones be like, that missed. That's all he'll say. That one missed, Jim. Hard left hand by Manny Pacquiao. Look at the footwork. Look at the angles. Hard left hand by Manny. It missed, Jim. Calm down, Jim. Damn. Damn, dude. That's them playing on the people watching at home. You can't pull that shit with me. That's why when I watch these fights, I hit mute. I don't want to hear it. I don't. The shit is distracting because I know what they want. I watched Devin beat Loma's ass. And the only thing I was hoping as I was scoring it was, I said, man, I hope they don't rob this kid, man. Round 10 was the only clear round for Loma. It's so bad with Devin that they said he ain't got no chin because hard-ass hitting Linares rocked him at the end of round 10. They don't tell you that Devin won that whole round. That punch he landed was at the very end of round 10. And that wasn't something he set up. That was a mistake that Devin made. He rolled in the wrong direction. That was it. Round 11, he did what you're trained to do. Get your legs back. Clinch. Hold. Let the ref do his job. He had to get his legs back. Then that's when they talk about, oh, he's clinching. That's what you're trained to do, you dummies. Round 12, it was back to business. Clear win. Devin, it was a wash. He won one round. Linares won round 11 because Devin was getting his legs back after the mistake he made in round 10. BFTB, my brother, salute. He washed him. Now all of a sudden he ain't got no chin and he clinches too much. You guys are fucking retarded. And thank you, Stormy. Hard-hitting ass Linares dropped Lomachenko. Y'all ain't want to talk about that, though, right? Y'all ain't want to talk about that. Did y'all forget? Or did y'all know? They fought. And although Linares got stopped with a body shot, he dropped Loma on his ass. And that wasn't no mistake. That was a punch he set up. Why y'all act like Loma's untouchable? Why y'all act like this guy can't lose when he lost his second pro fight and didn't even run it back? What? I ain't even gonna try and figure that out. I don't know what that is. Whatever. What? All right, whatever, man. So these dudes don't even know what the fuck is even happening here. So I said all that to say this. I went on this tangent, Brian Corbett, salute, to let y'all know that when you see people in comment sections, you gotta understand what you're even dealing with here. And a lot of these people are not even worth the conversation. That's what I'm letting you know. They're not worth the conversation. They're not worth your time. Now, you see what I just did? I just blocked somebody. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. We're having an adult conversation right now. Either you like it or you don't. You have options. You can leave, you can stay, you know. But if you're going to participate, please make it educated the best way you know how. When I say the best way you know how, and you don't have to agree with me, but you can keep it classy. You know, as you can see, y'all wrenches. We got wrenches, and I'm stormy when it comes to stuff like this. We don't do timeouts here. We don't do timeouts here. You get him out of here. The adults are having a conversation. Yep, and here come the weirdos. Anyway, back to my Canelo situation, because you can't talk about David Benavidez without talking about Canelo. He fought Gennady Golovkin and he pops dirty, and he's doing commercials. He clowned us, by the way. He played in our face. Y'all got work. The wrenches got work finally this morning. I got 1 billion wrenches on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Just block them. I don't do timeouts, y'all. I do not do timeouts. Me and Stormy, we do not do timeouts. You come in here goofing around, you get dealt with quick. Mobb Deep. Love that song. Yeah, you remember Trick? Triple G lands a right hand. Hold right hand, Golovkin. I mean, he was trying to speak those foreign languages, was he not? He was calling Vitaly Klitschko by like how they say his name in America. They're Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko. He started saying Vitaly Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko. I'm like, man, shut the fuck, man. If you don't shut up, if you don't stop this, well, he got stopped. Bye, HBO. It got stopped. Y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. Good try. And this ain't no shot against the fighters. They tried to move y'all. They really did. And it didn't work. You know why? We're the consumer. The ratings didn't match what they were attempting to do. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We fucks with the Klitschkos, but we don't like this marketing right here because there's a whole lot of other black fighters around. And y'all just not doing it. Y'all done pissed off Floyd Mayweather, who was the face of boxing at that time, and he done jumped ship. Had Larry Merchant been disrespecting black fighters for decades. Decades. Floyd, Hopkins, Larry Holmes, it goes back that far. He's been disrespecting black fighters forever. Vernon Forrest gets knocked out by Ricardo Mayorga. He says, we toast you. I'm like, damn, he seemed kind of happy that shit happened. The man knocks out Vernon Forrest, smokes a cigarette in the fucking ring. I'm like, okay, that was cute. And I'm like, why is he so happy that this happened? I was like, sheesh, this dude. Well, HBO gone now. Bye-bye. Demon in the building. Salute. No, I don't know. He's still alive, Story. That shit was crazy. Anyway. So, G McCall, DJ Zion Love, salute. So, getting back to Canelo and his garbage. All right, he popped dirty and he played in our face. Remember that shit? He said, man, I ate it from eating meat. And Robert Garcia says that's what all Mexicans say when they go down there. Robert Garcia said that shit. We ain't say that. Remember that? He says, man, that's what they all say when they pop dirty. They went down there and ate some meat off a truck. Canelo's a millionaire. What's he doing eating meat off of a truck? And I like to see who's selling that meat. I want everybody got to be goddamn super soldiers down in Mexico if that's the case, right? They should be running up the sides of buildings and shit, right? Remember that? He says, oh man, that's what they all say. Oh, he popped dirty? Mark Wunderlich, what up? Woke, what's good? Remember that? Yeah, Eric Morales said the same thing when he popped dirty. It was all bullshit. You went down there and you played with the needles and it ain't work out for you. You got caught. Joseph Wiggins, salute. That's what happened. You got caught. But he gets a slap on the wrist. They changed the allowable levels of clenbuterol to be found in the system. And he did a commercial down there where he's hitting the heavy bag and they have a big old rack of ribs, or a big old cow Slade that was hanging up and they laughed about it. You know, Gennady Golovkin did a commercial. And you see Coach Coach Amber in the building. Salute. You see Fable Sanchez sitting there eating a steak. Raheem, salute. So, you know, he played right in our face. And the Canelo fans, they didn't care. He fights Gennady Golovkin and clearly won the rematch. Then what did he do after that? Rocky Fielding, did we ask for that? No. We asked for the Daniel Jacobs, but he could have fought Daniel a little earlier. You know, Daniel did the best he could, ain't work out. Sergey Kovalev did not ask for that. He goes up to 175 looking like a silverback gorilla and stops Kovalev after Kovalev had a hard-ass fight with Anthony Yard. Sergey said, run it back, and I have a real camp. Well, I'm well rested. But he went over there, did that real quick, came back down to 168, fights Caleb Smith. Did we ask for that? No. Then he gives you Abner Yildirim. Did we ask for that? No. Then he gives you Billy Hosanas. Did we ask for that? No. He gave you Caleb Plant. I'll take that. That was for Undisputed. He beat him. Fine. Full credit for that. Goes back to 175 for Dimitri Bivol. Did we ask for that? No. Then gives you a Golovkin third fight after he said he wasn't going to give you that. Did we ask for that? No. John Ryder, did we ask for that? No. Jamel Charlo, did we ask for that? No. No. Adewale M, salute. Eno Boxing, salute. We didn't ask for that. Whole time, Benavidez was there. Well, the last, let me see, Benavidez, matter of fact, do y'all know how long Benavidez been around? Benavidez been around, watch this. After he beat Caleb Plant, all right, you know what? I'm going to be nice about it. After he beat Caleb Plant, he didn't have to go fight Dimitri Bivol. He could have fought Benavidez right there. He could have, man. Give me a second, y'all. Y'all must have forgot. Cedric, what up? My brother Trick, BPMB, what up? He says, I remember when Barrera was beating up on Naseem Hamed, Jim said, where is our... Oh, I remember that! Oh! Yo! I remember that! I remember that! Y'all remember that? I remember that. When Barrera started whooping Naseem Hamed's ass, Jim Lampley was like, where is Allah now? I remember that. I was like, oh, sheesh. It's like that? Now look, this is what he's about to give you. He's about to give you a Jamal Charlo, right? A fight that I'm not comfortable with at all. Now, Jamal, look, the Charlos, I'm so disappointed. Jamel had no business going up in there and doing that. And like I said, this is how they allow themselves to be treated. I said this before. Jamel got like 10 million, I believe. And I need you guys to listen. Jamel got, Darnell, what up? Jamel got like 10 million. That's what I heard. Not a numbers guy. There's places you can go for that. Y'all can ask BFTB what he got. If I remember correctly, it was about maybe 10 million. Sergey Kovalev got 12 million. And this was after he beat a woman, got arrested, gave her nerve damage, kicked her dog. This is after a DUI. And he got 12 million. Jamel got 10, from what I understand. Cadillac Red in the building. And he was an undisputed champion at 154. And as soon as he went into the ring with Canelo, they stripped him of one of the belts. I think it was the WBO. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. He couldn't go in there and was like, yo, you gave that that woman beaten drunk who gets DUIs, and didn't he get into some shit on an airplane or something, if I remember correctly? You giving this dude 12 million? I'm coming to the table with belts. I have a better resume. D-Free, what up? I have a better resume. You gave him 12. You can't give. I deserve at least 15. And plus, I'm black. You know you want that on your resume. You can't give me 13? And this was after Kovalev got knocked out by Ward. I've never been stopped like that. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was going on in those negotiations. I don't know. I have no idea. But y'all kowtow to Canelo, right? Jamal Charlo should be out loud. Rachel, what up, sis? Jamal Charlo should be out loud with it. Like, yo, I've had some problems, and now this motherfucker want to fight. Typical. Put his whole movement on blast. Why y'all kowtowing to this dude? And the only person that's not doing that. Oh yeah, and the Elita Alvarez, he knocked his ass out. Still got more than what Jamel got. What are y'all doing? Y'all making this dude more than what he is. Y'all making him more than what he is. Stop. This is ridiculous. Exactly, G. McCall. There wasn't no negotiations. Oh, I got a Canelo fight? Yeah, I'll take it. Peanuts. Peanuts. But what do I know? Those guys got more money than I'll ever see in my life. $10 million? He happy. All the way to the bank. All the way to the bank. Fuck you very much. You sell yourself short when you do stupid shit like that. So now he wants Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo or nothing. He has a plan. He says he wants to fight 5 times. He wants to fight for the next 5 years. Now, Edgar Berlanga won this Saturday. He called out Canelo. Mexico versus Puerto Rico always sells. Is Berlanga ready? I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say he's as ready as he's ever going to be. I'll say that. I'll say that. There's still some things that I saw him do with McCrory. I said, well, if he does that against Canelo, I could see where Canelo would, take advantage of da-da-da-da. But sometimes people fight down to the level of their competition. But don't think for 2 seconds if he ends up fighting Canelo in May or in September, then I'm riding with Berlanga on that. I'm telling you straight up and down. I'm telling you straight up and down. I don't think Berlanga What is he going to do to improve versus Canelo? What can he do to improve? So if he fights him now, what's the difference between fighting him now and fighting him 2 years from now? Maybe he gets a loss, which is how Canelo wants it. Oh, he had 2 losses? Oh, he looked bad in that fight? I'll get him now. That's what he did to Bivol. What he thought he was trying to do with the Bivol. He could have went up the WBC route because, you know, WBC and Canelo, they're friends, right? Yeah, Rachel, yep. Throw the elbows. He could have went up and fought Edgar Berlanga. Why didn't he do that? Because he didn't want to die. There it is. Why didn't Canelo Alvarez go to 175 and challenge Edgar Berlanga? Because he didn't want to die. He didn't want to die. He said, well, Bivol, you know, he looked bad in his last fight. Let me go get that work. Oh, and let me remind you. Y'all remember when he tried to go to cruiserweight? Y'all remember when he tried to go to cruiserweight? Y'all remember? Who did he try and fight when he went to cruiserweight? Go ahead, put that name in the chat. I'll wait. Y'all remember what happened? He tried to fight Makabu. Syria, salute. MacBook Air. But he tried to go to cruiserweight and fight someone else. That's right. Badu Jack. The Makabu fight was spoken about. But then he tried to fight Badu Jack. Y'all remember what happened? Badu was like, oh, yeah. I'll take that fight. And what did he tell Badu Jack? What did he tell him? He tried to catch weight the fuck out of him. He tried to drain him like 20 pounds. Badu's not fat. He said, wait a minute. This would be for my, I think, WBC title, right? You want me to come down like, it was like 17 pounds. Meet him at 17. He's like, then why would that be for my belt? Jab, Jamboree, my brother, act, salute. And then he told them on Twitter, I'm not, Nicholas, what up? He said, I'm not doing that. Big Joe Townsend in the building. He said, I'm not doing that. F you, I'm not doing that. But here's what you can do. Go fight David Benavidez. He told him that. And we were all like, what you gonna do, Canelo? You know what he didn't do? He didn't do the fight with David Benavidez. And word up, Robert. Shout out to Badu Jack for not only declining that, because he'd have made life-changing money that night. But he'd have got knocked the hell out. 17 pounds for his belt. And when I said that Canelo does weird shit like legacy pad, y'all call me a hater. I just read to you his last few fights. You're undisputed champion. You have 4 responsibilities. And everybody wants to see this David Benavidez fight. You're not doing it, but you want to stick around for 5 years? For what? For what? What are you doing? I would rather Canelo get out the sport right now. I'd be cool with it. Go on and put him in the Hall of Fame. Do that. But he's doubling and tripling down on Jamal Charlo. And I'm telling you, a decade from now, when they go through his box rec, 2 Charlos are going to be on there. And that's all the fans are going to care about. They're going to show highlights of the Charlos beating everybody's ass, and they're going to show how Canelo beat their ass. And it's going to be up to us, the real supporters, to say, wait, not so fast. Peep the conditions in which they fought. I'll give you a prime example. Somewhere there is, and I say this respectfully, there is a super James Toney fan that is celebrating that James Toney beaten outclassed Razor Ruddock. Man, they just fought a few months ago. Did you see how Razor Ruddock looked with his shirt off? That is not the same guy we saw versus Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. No. Those are our grandfathers in there fighting. Titties and hang bellies. I was like, ooh. But somewhere. Yo, he beat Razor. He beat Razor. Like, no, bro. You really count that? You really want to really count that? Somewhere, someone is discrediting Evander Holyfield, his whole career, for losing to Vitor Belfort last year in a clown fight. You count that? 919 Saloon. You really count that, man? You count that shit? Okay. So y'all counting these Charlo wins? Y'all about to count those? Jamal Charlo, who literally called some show drunk recently. Did y'all hear him on that phone line? I was like, what's wrong with this nigga? Either he was drunk or he may have been on his medication, y'all. Y'all know that man got problems. Jamel, whom we supported. I went to the presser. I supported that shit. Tim, what up? And he talked a good one, but he was on his best behavior. And I said, okay, I like that. But he better be that animal screaming and hollering on fight night. And I didn't see it. Didn't see it. Super respectful. That was probably in the contract. Don't turn up on us, so you won't get. You're gonna forfeit $2 million. That's behavior. Sat up there at the press conference at the post fight. They said, "Oh yeah, y'all want me to be screaming and hollering? You know, you want me to turn up on Bud Crawford? Yeah, turn up on your brother. Turn up on him, but be respectful to Canelo, right? This is why I don't take you niggas seriously. I really don't. I can't. Because I'm gonna have an aneurysm. You niggers are so typical. You niggers are so typical. Those niggas didn't need Canelo. When Bud beat Errol, and Bud hopped on that rope and looked at Jamel and smiled and said, "You're next." Jamel said, "I don't know why he talking to me. We're not in the same weight class." Well, I don't know why the fuck you was talking to Canelo. You're not in the same weight class, you stupid ass. What is wrong with you? That right there sold tickets. Bud versus Texas. And if he had beaten you, it would have been for your undisputed. Let me talk to the Bud fans for 2 seconds. Soul Power, salute. How crazy would it have been if Bud, undisputed at 140, now undisputed at 147 by beating the top dog, the Big Fish, and if at that moment Jamel had his head straight and say, you know what, fuck Canelo. He just aced my man, yo. I want that lick back. Errol, step aside, let me get that. And Bud had a opportunity to get undisputed at 154. Now watch this. Watch this, Bud fans. If that version of Jamel that showed up against Canelo showed up against Bud, Bud beats him. That's undisputed in 3 divisions. And that makes the pot that much more crispy for Canelo. Or does it? Because Bud will say, fuck that. Fuck 160. I'm the man now. Canelo, what's up? He could skip 160 and go to 168 and possibly get undisputed up there. You know why Canelo don't want no smoke with Bud? I don't want to hear the, if I beat him, he's a smaller guy, don't mean nothing. Shut up. Y'all the same height. Shut up. You know why? Bud ain't gonna go in there and lay down. Those little things in the contract, you watch your mouth and all that shit, fuck that. Bud ain't gonna kowtow to you. See, the thing with Canelo is he knows who's gonna kiss his ass and who's not gonna kiss his ass. That's why I said on second thought, I like that fight. Now Canelo don't like it, which makes me like it more. Another man that ain't gonna put up with that bullshit, that didn't put up with it, was Bivol. Benavidez wouldn't have it. Bud wouldn't have it. Bivol, Benavidez, Bud, Benavidez. All turns Canelo into a bitch.
Whoa! What the that's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride a sword and a revolver by his side. Crambo killed That's a hard part right in there, and then nephew. Crambo killed a la-ra-ro, flop-a-doodle yellow bug, too long did he cover up top bottom of Crambo. Aliole!
What?
I think in the alphabet, Canelo has removed the letter B. I just thought of that just now. They say, Canelo, say your ABCs. He says, ah, say, de. No. Do it again. Ah, say. You forgot be. What? Wait a minute. Name the 5 boroughs in New York, Canelo. Staten Island, Queens, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn. Huh? Bronx, Brooklyn. Wait a minute. What is that over there? Icicle. A what? Icicle. Wait a minute. You ride that. What's it called? An Ike. Okay, when Bivol punched you in the face, he had the little cut. What came out of that cut? Lord? Who are those 2 stupid gangs in America? Lord and Crips. The what? Lord and Crips. Oh my God. Somebody send him to the fucking hospital. Let me try something. Hey, Canelo. Yes? Bud. Bivol. Benavidez. Benavidez. Bitch. Hey. Let me find out. So you got the smaller guy coming up wanting smoke with you, and you saying you ain't gonna get no credit for it. But you got a guy in your division that wants to pound your face in, and your fans are justifying you ducking him. Right? Watch this, y'all. Benavidez kills Canelo. Bivol in a rematch will kill Canelo. He's gonna go in for the kill this time. Bud styles on Canelo and possibly knocks his ass out. Benavidez, same thing. Outworks him and stops him. I think a ref will stop. Canelo be on the ropes like this, and his head will get snapped back. And the referee will be like, no, the ref has to come in and hug, like, no, stop. And Canelo will be like, okay? Eyes looking in 8 different directions and shit. Yeah. Because you got all this work around you, and he's going to give you a fucking lunatic Jamal Charlo. That's what he's going to give you. And the Canelo fans, y'all are cool with it. This era is in error. These fans are unlike anything I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. You guys are fans of fighters, and you're fanatics. I'm going to call y'all fanatics. They got posters on your wall. Y'all remind me of the girls I went to school with in junior high school with the New Edition poster. This is my husband. Mac of the South, salute. Black entrepreneur, what up? Y'all are those chicks where it made sense, though. You know, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, that made sense. Y'all are cheerleading for a guy, and y'all don't want to see him fight the best. This is a barbaric sport that we're fans of. You can die in that ring. You got to understand that when you watch combat sports. We're barbaric for loving this sport. We are. But with that being said, I'll have none of it. I don't want no bitches in this sport. And Canelo's behaving like a bitch. He's not even playing chess right now. He is playing in your face. He ain't gonna play in my face. He's playing in your face. I just read off his box rec. And the only real people on here is Bivol, Plant, and Jacobs. After he fought Golovkin the second time, Daniel Jacobs, Caleb Plant, and Dimitri Bivol. I ain't taking that Jamel Charlo fight seriously. Get the fuck out of here. I wanted him to win, but he went in there and laid an egg. Now he's standing down on Jamal, who's gonna do worse. He called up some show on his meds or drunk or whatever the fuck that was. That's the guy? That's the guy? Here's what you do, Canela. Here's what you do. La Canela. Take off that stupid ass crown and just give it to Benavidez and give him your WBC strap while you're at it. Just give it to him. Do what you did with when it came time for you to fight Golovkin the first time. I ain't even gonna be mad at you. He dumped the belt. Just go ahead and just say, yo, look, man, I'm done with this Benavidez shit. Here, just take the belt. Do that again. I'm not gonna let y'all forget that. He ducked Golovkin the first time. He vacated the belt. You remember Golovkin? Just give me my belt. Remember that? And when he was when Ratchet, what up? Remember when it came time for him to fight Jamal Charlo for real 5 years ago? And they invented the franchise status? I do not understand why people have such short memories. And this is what the fanatics don't want to talk about. That's why what we do here is important. It's on record, man. It's on record. How this guy still has fans, I don't understand. No, I'm sorry. I do understand why he has fanatics following him. I understand that. But real supporters of boxing, we looked at that and say, what? And I told y'all, I was a Canelo fan. I was on Facebook years ago defending this guy until the bullshit. Dumping belts. All right? Popping dirty. How do I defend that? I just don't. I said, man, I don't know what's with this kid, man. I can't defend it. And I had to fall back. And then he starts ducking fights. I definitely can't support that. How do you support that? What's your justification for dumping the belt instead of fighting Golovkin the first time? What was your justification for that? I don't care if you eventually did it. Then you fought to a draw. And then in between that, I think you popped dirty. So then that weighs the question, were you ever clean? I don't want that hanging over a fighter that I support's head. I don't want that there. That's crazy. Come on, man. Come on. Shout out to the PBC. Y'all had $35 million for Jaime Munguia. The man done told you he ain't fighting no Mexicans, and he meant that. $60 million to fight Benavidez. The man done told you he don't fight Mexicans, although Benavidez is American. He don't need a green card to be here. So 35 for Munguia. You had $60 million for Canelo versus Benavidez. Y'all had no fucking money for Bud versus Errol.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo.
What the fuck?
You think I give a shit what happens to the PBC now? You think I care? You think I care? You niggas need to wake up and smell the failure. I always told y'all, they've been on my radar for a long time. What happened to Deontay happened on their watch. And when I get home and I saw Larry Merchant sitting on that couch, I said, something ain't right. They're business just like everybody else. Now, I'm not going to let anyone attack Al Heyman because he's black, because I know where that comes from. My critique with the PBC is not your critique. You just don't like there's a black man that's running shit and he's a boss. But my critique is different. You get this money for this dude who wants to fight for another 5 years. You sign this fucking Amazon Prime deal, whom I heard they could back out at any time they want. They need a blockbuster out the gate, which is why they're trying to throw that money and trying to get that Benavidez fight out of him. He's not going to do it. Everywhere that Canelo goes, he drains the swamp. Forget cancer. You know how they say people are cancer? Oh, man, this person is a cancer. He's a cancer to the sport. He's a cancer. No. Canelo is AIDS. He is the AIDS of boxing. It looks real good. Guys, you walk up on Shorty, she look real good. Tiny waist, it's not snatched. It's all natural. 40-inch waist, 40-inch hips, natural butt, big boobs. You run up in it raw dog. Next thing you know, you feel like you got the flu, and it's summertime. Uh-oh. You got a problem. And then what happens? Yeah, you know what happens. You know what happens. It's over for you. It's over, Johnny. Nothing is over. Nothing. Yeah, it's over. I give this Amazon Prime thing 24 months. Have they even announced their lineup yet? Have they announced it yet? I see nothing. And y'all see value in this dude? Why? Because he get eyes on him, man? Set your own trail. They should have had money for Errol versus Bud. Then maybe Errol wouldn't been sitting on the sidelines for a fucking year. He'd have been busy. They could have had 2 fights by now. It might have been more competitive, and we might have had a trilogy by now. Now we don't have it at all. $10 million for Canelo. How about saying, yo, Jamel, we'll give you 15 to fight Bud. Undisputed versus undisputed. Sweeten the pot for him. Jamal, Get your shit together. If your brother loses, you're up. Bud versus Texas. Can you imagine the marketing for that? Bud with all 8 belts, standing in the middle of a map of Texas like this, and Jamal in the back looking snaky, and then behind Jamal, his twin brother, and Errol behind there talking about, yo, when I get well, you gotta run it. And don't tell me that's too much. Look up the Black Murderers Row. How many of those times those brothers fought? What was it, like 8 of those brothers? They fought like 62 times amongst each other? What the fuck? All of that stuff sells. Let Canelo go fight Joe Blow. Go ahead and do that. If that motherfucker don't want to conform, let him go. You have a business to run. Stop acting like this guy's the only fighter on earth. Canelo needs to take that stupid crown off, hand it to Benavidez on a bending knee. Has anyone stuck the mic in his face and say, why are you ducking David Benavidez? And just right here. Because that's what it is. Why are you ducking? You're ducking. This is a duck. And the PBC ought to be ashamed of themselves. All that talent you got. All of these rivalries you can make. You should have called up Vince McMahon and say, yo, look, man, I got the stable. What should I do? Well, what's this guy's background? What's this guy's background? I'm going to tell you how to create storylines and sell it. Y'all doing this bullshit anyway. So I'm going to teach you how to sell a fight, Al. This is what you need to do, Al. Man, I ain't gonna belabor the point, man. You know, y'all take it and do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Man, Canelo is not the face of boxing. This is clown shit. This is ridiculous posturing, and y'all give him energy. Y'all give him energy. Yeah, that's just what it is, man. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Just crown David Benavidez at 168 right now. Just crown him, you know, because Canelo is not gonna fight that guy. He's afraid. He's scared. He's shitting his pants. And David Benavidez is now the uncrowned king at 168. I don't take Canelo seriously at all. All right. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. Pep talk tonight. Before that, Noise on Culture. Me and Stormy's gonna be cooking. And boxing get on my nerves, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.